Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Leonardo Arroyo and I am a full sail student in my 6th month in section 1 of George Stewart's class of physics. For my presentation, or shall I say my podcast, I chose Newton's first law of motion, which is also known as inertia, which could be thought of as laziness. The purpose of my experiment will prove that every object continues in a state of rest or in a uniform speed in a straight line unless acted upon by a non-zero force. Inertia isn't a kind of force. It is a property of all matters to resist change in motion. By using a pack of cigarettes and a single cigarette, first I will show you a single cigarette that consists of 3 components: the tobacco, the filter, and the bamboo paper that wraps the tobacco. I know you've all probably seen this before and wondered, what are they doing? And if you haven't seen it, let me explain it to you. What I am doing is I am swinging the pack of cigarettes in a downward motion, then suddenly bringing the pack to a complete stop, which causes the mass of the tobacco to compact itself tighter in the bamboo paper cylinder, which is an example of inertia. As you can see, force comes from my arm swinging the box. That's the force applied. And the mass of the materials inside of the cigarettes, and my hand becomes the force that pushes back onto the box. Let me go ahead and do the demonstration. First, I will show you the cigarette. I have a loose cigarette and I have a brand new box of cigarettes. And you can see it's brand new because it still has the film that seals it and renders it brand new. And here's the cigarette, which, as you can see, has the tobacco inside, the paper cylinder, and the filter in the rear. Now, as you can see, the paper cylinder has air inside as well as tobacco. It's not just pure tobacco inside, there's also oxygen inside. So what happens is, as I have the pack of cigarettes, by the way, the pack of cigarettes in an upstanding point is this way, and the cigarette lies in the box just like this. So what I'm doing is I'm flipping it around inside of the box so that the cigarette lies this way. What happens is I create a motion with my arm, applying pressure down onto my hand. My hand then acts as if it were the earth, applying the same pressure. My hand is pushing down, applying the same pressure up, which causes the filter and the cylinder to push up while the tobacco inside goes down. And that is the example of inertia. I will begin my experiment. Okay, now I will go ahead and open the box. I will then pull out a cigarette, which, as you can see, comparing it to the other cigarette that I had, as you can see the difference here, the tobacco is very much at the outer layer of the paper, which is almost flush, the tobacco and the paper. And as you can see in this one, the tobacco was pushed in by the pressure and created a space from the surface of the tobacco and the exterior of the bamboo paper. creates a space, which is a compacting action. As you can see the differences. Well, that concludes my experiment. As we recap, what happened was I used a pack of cigarettes in a downward motion, applying pressure with my arm, bringing it to a complete stop with my hand, and the action caused by it caused the tobacco inside of the cylinder of paper to compress down, and the tobacco leaf paper or the bamboo paper to go up along with the filter, creating a compact and a space or a line of demarcation from where the tobacco was originally to where it was then after all the oxygen was taken out. Once again, my name is Leonardo Arroyo, and that concludes my experiment for the physics class. Thank you very much, and have a good afternoon.